Good morning and welcome to another session of Python. Today we'll go through the topic called Python condition. Okay. So in the video you'll get the link of the URL. Anyway, the website is in development mode. Just in case if the URL changes, I'll update back. Okay. Okay. In the previous chapter, we have gone through topic related to the Python operation and all those things. The previous chapters we went through the pre-Python, the fundamentals, the data types, the tuple and data types related to tuple and related, tuple list, set, and few of the methods. Okay, variable and operation we have completed. Okay, today is condition. So what do you think what is condition means? It's more or less it's a compare, and when we do the condition it's always either true or false. Okay, so the whole state goes towards true or false. Based on true or false, so based on true or false we get the output of the what it need to do next. Okay, so the whole condition goes through if statement. Okay, so how exactly this will look? Either you can compare with a variable, okay, or you can directly compile rest of the things. So this is one of the example. Okay, so the example says this. Let me copy paste the file. Okay, the file would be 53. Right, it's 053. Condition 1. Okay, so let's run it. Let me open the terminal, that would be better. Okay, Python 053. Okay, Python 3 053 condition. Fine, you got it. Okay, there was one more topic also over the period we'll have to go through. There is something called as Python virtual environment. So what really virtual environment does is whenever we are running this command, right, sometimes over the period you get more advanced program need to be right, and you might end up with few of the things that you need it. Okay, for example, text to speech. You want a code to do the speech when you enter the text, right? But you don't really have to write everything. So someone already do those kind of programming. You would have to just check it out. So if you want to install those kind of packages, the Python code packages, that also we'll discuss. It's good to have in a separate folder or a separate environment. So let me show you a quick environment example that would be easier. Okay, so to do the different environment, so in this example, right, if I do pip list, p3 list, you'll get lot of packages, right, all those things. But let's say you want your own package need to be there. So let's create an environment. How I do is using venv. There are a lot of different ways to do the virtual environment. But let's start with a simple one. Okay, there is something called as uv. That's far better and it's used most of the time. We'll go that one in some other time, or you can get that one on the internet. I'll create a documentation, then we'll go through that video. Okay, so it's Python 3 in this case, -m for module. venv is the module that we'll be using, and I want to create a directory. So right now you can give anything, but I prefer in this, I want the directory to be hidden, and on if you are having on a git repository, you can ignore the whole directory. You can configure the git repo for that. Okay, so it is Python 3, that's the interpreter over here. -m for module, and the module what you are using is venv, and where it is going to put everything is on .venv directory. Do this one based on your operating system. If you are on Windows, you need to source in a different way. If you are Unix or Mac, this is the way we'll be doing it up. Okay, how do you source it? It's source .venv, where the folder where you are keeping it up, then bin and activate. Okay, so if you see, this is where we are now. So .venv in front of this code. Can able to see it, right? Fine. Okay, so it's Python or Python 3 based on your operating system. You use that one, then -m for the module, venv the module of the venv that we are going to use, and this is the destination directory. Fine. And how do you source it? It's source.venv /bin/active. This on the Unix or Mac. For Windows, it will be a little bit different, which I'll update on the documentation. Okay, once you do, over here, if you see, you get something called as pip list, right? If you see now, you can only see one particular package. If you want to install something, you can install something on this particular thing. How do you find all the packages? You go to something called PyPy. Okay, and over there you get all the modules over here. Okay, let's say if I want a text to search, a text to speech, you search for something like this, you get some output on this. You can explore around what you want, and some other things would be there, right? Relevance might be in your own preference. You can check it out. Okay, and everything have its own module. Based on operating system, you might have to install few more things, right? But this is where you have to do rest of your things. Okay, so anything very specification, we can check it around, and then we can work on it. Anything on Mac OS, these are the things what they do it. Let's try GTTS. Okay, this is one of the famous one. How do you do that? This is how you are going to do that. Pip install GTTS. You can come over here and you can install. Okay, now if I do pip list, you get the GTTS and all the dependencies modules also, it comes along with that. Okay, now let's try it. We got diverted a little bit, but anyway, one of the topic, let's go through. Okay, let me do it properly. Okay, and if you go through the documentation, what it says, this is how exactly the output you will get it. If it is on text line, you get something like this way. So it will create a file called hello.mp3. Okay, and if you read it, this is how you get it.
Hello.
Fine, you can play around with more options over here. Okay, and if you want a simple text to speech command, you can play on this. Okay, some example you will get it. You can explore further anyway, but this is what exactly you get the input and you get the use of that one. So this is how it says this one. So the example command over here, let's say come over here, remove this one. So module, all those things we have not gone through. That's why I don't want to show you every detail. It's very simple that we installed GTTS module, okay, and we want to import one of the component of GTTS module, okay. That one is this, okay. And what is that you are going to do is we are using that particular function GTTS, okay. So this is the function that we got it from this particular module, and we pass some argument, okay. And what we want that one to be saved on a particular file. Let's say hi Amit, okay, and we fine, and if we execute it 054, you get a new file, right?
Hi Amit.
Fine, hopefully you can able to
Hi
hear
Amit.
that.
Hi Amit.
So this is one of the example of how you use, why you use actually the virtual environment. So it will stream down and make sure that it will help you out to focus on the package that is needed. So your application would be leaner. Let's say if you are going for something like PyInstaller, right? So all those things make it leaner modules, right? We'll go through all those things some other time, but I want you to be aware of something on this topic while going through the if conditions one, okay. Fine. So what we'll go through is this. So this is okay. So this one, okay, you are there in virtual environment, you have this mini package on this, and now we are there in virtual environment. You just have to type Python and not Python 3, okay. You got a 3.12 version, okay. That's what. So let's go through again the condition one. Fine. So it's Python now. Because I'm there within the virtual environment, I don't have to go for Python 3 for my Mac as of now, okay. And 053 conditions, one example. If it is because the age is above 18, above or equal to 18, it says. So let's say I change it to 14, okay. What do you think it will do? It will do the checking of this one, is age is greater than or equal to 18. While it checks, it says no, age is actually smaller than that. And because it is not passing the current condition, as per this code, it do nothing. Let me try now. Nothing, right? So there are two ways to fix it. One is the age you can increase, which was there earlier. And the second one, you can have another block called else. Fine. Now, if you see age 14, right, which is not matching the complete one, so you get the else statement of this one. Fair enough. Okay. So if I run now, we'll get the else block. Hope you are clear on this. Remember, you need to have indentation of this one, right? That I have explained in previous video. Okay, so this is the code block for this particular if statement, and over here at the end you get the colon. Okay, fine. Hope it's good for you. Let's understand. As I said, when we do the condition, right, either we get it true or false. Okay, only based on true or false conditions we do rest of the things. So if it is multi-layer, either we can combine them or we can have nested based. let's check few more things on that. Okay. So as you see, these conditions are true or false. Let's try this one. Okay. $55,055. Okay. Let's create another file. So each 10 is greater than 5. True, right? So how the output is supposed to be? And each 10 is less than 5. So if I run that one, no, 55,055. Okay, got it. Even if I change a little bit, in this case, anyway, these two cases are there. So you should get only the true and false condition. Okay. Type of conditional statement: if else. This is another one. If you want to check again with another condition, if. Okay. So this is first condition check, this is second condition check, and rest of the things are in else. That's how it's work. We also get nested if and multiple statement of if as well. Okay. So as we have multiple different way, let's try quick few of the quick. We are using just with one if. Okay. Let's remove this one. Try this. Fine. Over here only one if. Okay. The next one, we can check with another if and else. Okay. So this is if and else statement. Let me remove mine and execute the if and else. So if it is because it is 16, over here it failed, and that's how it end up with the else block. Okay, if I change this one to 18, which is passing, so you will get eligible. Okay, still if I do 17, try, it is not eligible. Fine, that's how we are using if and else statement conditions. Okay, now let's go for another one. The another one is, okay, this is the same, but what we are looking for something with this if, elif, and else. Okay. So what we are doing over here, we are assigning value 100 to x, y, and g, all the three variable. We're trying to get something on output on this. Oh, why? Actually, copy something different. Sorry. Here 53 it's became here 55. Okay. So it says marks is equal to 85, a variable marks, and we given a value called 85. So if it is marks is greater than equal to a 90, it's plus a, and rest of the things are there. So if I run this one, okay, it was at 85 scored because it is more than greater than equal to 80, but it's not actually passing that one. That's why you got the output of this one. Fine. So you can check multiple if you want in the condition statement. So here we have if multiple if with their condition, and rest everything you are done with checking, you can go for else. Okay, so let's say 65. So it means it went through every check and it's later on say 65. Okay. What else next? Few of the important rule. Only the first match condition execute. So although it is greater than rest of the things also, right? But still the first match is the key. Okay. We have another example where you can get multiple if, but I still feel the elif is the better way. Okay. So if it is multiple if, you get each condition, and for each condition, once it is good, you get the output like this, right? So let's see. Okay. So as we are doing multiple check, okay, the first check, it says is it 25 greater than 10? Yes, it printed. Second time also it check if 25 is greater than 20. Correct. That's how it this one. And this one says if 25 is greater than 30, where in this case it is not. That's why it will not get print. So let's say, okay, so if I make it 15, fine, that's how this is going to work. What else next? The difference between if and elif and multiple if. Okay, so in elif, what really it's doing, it's going for narrow down, right? And the very first thing it match, it will not do rest of the checks. Whereas in if itself, in this example, right, for each statement it do the compare, and if it is true, it will print it out. So that's why elif is far better than just if and running multiple times. Okay. So you can check rest of the things. This we have already tried it out. For example, and this is the nested one. Okay. Python 055. We are eligible to vote. It says this one first, and then this one over here. If I make it 18, oh, because it's greater than equal to, I just have to do 17. Okay, it says it's not doing anything because we don't have else block over here. Okay. So we are in this case don't have to do the in the nested if, we should be doing in else Okay, and now let's run it. Okay, fine. So that is one of the example of nested if. This one is nested if and else. You can go through the site and copy paste and execute it. Okay, so multiple if also is there. So in the multiple if you can check in this level. So first is username is this one, else it is print. So multi-level, what exactly it is doing. So first statement, if it is yes, then we go for second one. Okay, that's a multi-level banking example. So if withdrawal greater than balance, then it should be insufficient balance. Okay, let's try. So you can check it out anyway. Zero 0.56. Fine. That's a multi-level one. And this is the logical. Okay. So if age is more than 20, and that's where the logical and is that, and the citizen is equal to true, then you can print it out. Okay, and over here if mark is 35 and sports quota is true, if mark is greater than 40 or sports quota got selected. Okay, this one is interesting, so let's play this one. Okay, 3056. Let's go this one. Fine. So like true, you can have a negation statement in your if. Okay, in the you can see the AND block. You can also have a else clause also, or clause also, and we can also have something called as not called, which is negative white. Okay, and along with that we have few more condition operator, that's like checking equality, not equal, greater than, smaller than, greater than equal to, and smaller than equal to. Fine, these are the few of the false true values and example how exactly it reach. Okay, so these are the common mistake things. While you're doing practical, you can go through that common mistakes and let me know in the comments if you need some more further related help. Okay, including homework, rest everything should be fine for you. Okay, so that was all about the Python condition, and hope you liked that. I'll anyway update the link so you can read that one, so that it would be easier for you practice. Let me know if you need some help in the comments. Thank you.